Hi everyone, today I'm at the garlic chives section. A lot of these were originally like a small pot of plants that we had like just a bunch growing, and eventually I think my parents just bought like more from Bunnings, and I think we had a friend that was like just getting rid of them because he said that when he was growing them they were very small. I'll just pick up like that size, oh actually a little bit bigger than that, but he didn't know how to make it big fat and the leaves like bigger and longer. And my parents said like you just need to put some mulch on them, especially like grass or hay or something like that, and give it good soil and it should grow really well, just like the one that I have right here. This is what it can become even more healthier than this is grown with a lot of neglect, by the way. I remember years ago we used to live in Highgate, which is like a suburb closer to Hyde Park and the city. This was very early on. They were growing garlic chives and it was very healthy. And when we moved to our current house, for the first couple of years they were even bigger than this, I believe. Very juicy, and they didn't really fertilize it or anything. It just more or less using lawn cutting, the clipping, and just mulching it heavily, so it became quite healthy. Now the thing with garlic chives, it's common in many Asian cultures and they use it for various cooking and dishes. Vietnam in general, I think they use it for stir fry, cooking soup, like I think hủ tiếu. That's the only thing I can think of right now. And put it or like in cold rolls. So those are some of the common food that you find garlic chives in. People even make dessert, I think, some sort of dessert out of this. But in particular, I just want to say that if you do want to grow some, just a small pot will do. Buy them at Bunnings. They do sell them in a small package. We just like harvested these the other day. That's why they're looking a bit thin. Look at this one. So you just buy those small little black grown package, and you just need to allow it to grow, cut it down, and eventually once it's gone through many cycles of being harvested, it will grow more mature and the roots will be a lot bigger. So initially it will be small, like this tiny one, for example, even smaller, and it'll get fatter and fatter. So I'm not sure where I'm pointing. And if you want to save the seed, you can. Once these things are, flowers, the seed are open and mature, just like the one down here, just like these one, they go into flower, they got lots of seed, and eventually you can just spread them just like coriander and it will just pop up. The other easy way is, once you have like a bunch like this, you separate them. Like you dig them up with roots and everything, you get rid of the old roots and you replant them. Like split them out, put them like a hand apart, like so, and then it should like eventually, look at this one, it spread out and multiply. It will look much better than what I have here as an example. I don't do it anymore because we just have so many, that's all. But if I really want to multiply this with, like, if I show you now, I can literally do 3 or 4 times of this, multiply this long row. If I wanted to, I can just double it, triple it, and by the next year it will be like an epic field of garlic chives. But I'm not going to do that for a simple reason. I don't eat it all that much now. It gets really smelly, like I said, with any onion, leeks, garlic, onion family, the allium, I think that's what it's called. It leaves an aftertaste I only want to have in moderation, but because we have so many now, we just leave it as like that. Now the other thing that tastes really nice is the flowers. Once they go into like a flower like this, you can eat it. And if it gets a little bit too big, so I would suggest these one. Great in a noodle soup. Once it becomes like this, it's a bit too old. Like you just let it flowers. Go for the young one. Look at this one. And it's kind of like asparagus, you know, like you judge by the way you pick it up. Say, for example, like that. And notice how it breaks easily. You can eat that. Now, if I go for something like this, see? Okay, that's a terrible example, but you can see that it's a lot older, and I can eat it there. And if I start to break there, I can't. Can you see? Just right at that point. Otherwise, it becomes very stringy, very difficult to, not difficult. I mean, for old people with dentures, it will be problematic. But yeah, this is the season when garlic chives flowers. You can fetch a lot of money per kilo for this. As you can see, the flowers doesn't happen often, and there aren't that many. So that's why it's a lot more expensive. It's very sweet. You only need a little bit in the soup or stir fry, and that's it for the day, really. And I can't recommend something else to grow that's easy and it continually come back again and again and again. And you should harvest them just like mint. You can be as aggressive as you want. Of course, in winter time, you need to give it a bit of time to heal. Say for these one, I just ideally need to just cut it across, and that can become mulch. Like if you can't finish it, just mulch it down, and it will help the plant regrow and become like, it will grow thicker and more of the shoot coming up, a new shoot coming up actually, and this will be more denser. That's what I'm trying to say. Now see this flower, perfect to eat. I mean, if I live here every single day, I'll leave it, but if not, then I'll just harvest this today, which I will. My friend, bless her soul, she thought that garlic chive flowers there is a particular seed that you can grow just for flowers, and I try to explain to her, no, they're only season 1 year and this is the time when you can harvest the garlic chive. Yeah, so I think she understands that now. Which is okay. Last week I had quite a few, and I kind of like, I had it in noodle stir fry, and that was enough for me. But if I don't harvest it, like these one here, it's already too old. Okay. All right. Looking back, I hope everyone is having a lovely day. I'll catch you next time. Bye.